Good day, friends. There comes a time in every crafty woman's life when she needs a new hat. I have neither the fabric nor the patience to attempt sewing a delightfully pointy cap. Instead, I'm going to play to my strengths. I have a lot of yarn. I suppose you could say this is the Molly Weasley version of Ye Olde Witch's woolen hat. If you have a few spare Caron cakes or balls of Lion Brand mandala kicking around from your last trip to Walmart before the plague hit, and you want a fun, colorful witch hat, this might just be up your alley. I'm crocheting the Twisted Witch's Hat by Crochetverse. This isn't a free pattern, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on how to make the hat. The instructions aren't difficult to follow and even include pictures in case you get stumped. So I think a couple of bucks to support the designer isn't out of the question. It's not expensive, so if you like the look, the link will be in the description below. Comments on the pattern indicated folks were having trouble getting through the 4-stitch tube, and I can see why. Those stitches can be tight. My issue is compounded by chunky yarn held double with DK weight. Lots of bulk. I solved the problem by isolating each stitch using a locking stitch marker. This possibly took longer than necessary, but I have a fairly uniform gauge.
Okay, so after crocheting around and around in circles for I'm not going to tell you how many rounds, we get this. This is the pointy end of our hat, and despite the mottled look that kind of resembles extruded kitty litter, I kind of like it. We're going to see how it goes from here. For scale, we have a nice pen. Please ignore my house. It is really loud right now. Either I have developed a very active poltergeist, or the team is working on fixing the exterior after the hailstorm last summer. This past summer. Wasn't that long ago. On to the next part.
Some of the sections are slow going, particularly at first. Occasionally you have to crochet from the wrong side of the work to create a ridge, and getting the hook in there can be a challenge. After a while, though, you start to see the reason why, and the hat slowly starts to take shape. At this point, the peak of the hat is starting to look vaguely recognizable. The ridges from crocheting from the wrong side out give it a slouchy appearance, somewhat like the Sorting Hat from the Harry Potter series. That turned out a bit big. I thought that the thicker yarn would make for a tighter weave and overcompensated by going up a hook size around the circumference of my head. Live and learn, I guess. It's taken a while for the brim to dry as well. It's giving me a sort of early 1970s glam flower child vibe. You can starch the brim, but I chose not to just because it seemed stiff enough to begin with. We're missing something, though. Maybe a little glamour? That's better. Every witch needs a little glamour on Halloween. Saddle up, ladies. I hear we ride at dawn.